Hi, my name is Stacy McDonald and I'm with the Common Sense Mom, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about what essential oils are. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but I just want to kind of give you a summary for those of you who don't know. I bet everybody's heard at least a few rumblings about the powerful benefits of essential oils. And I'd be willing to guess that at least once in your lifetime, you've heard about some amazing story that someone you know has experienced. There's no such thing as a magic pill, but I will tell you that an active, toxic-free lifestyle that includes healthy thoughts, essential oils, and a clean whole foods diet can completely and totally revitalize your health. So many people are sick and tired of being sick and tired. I feel better and have more energy and feel younger than I did 10 years ago. So let's start by talking a little bit about what essential oils are. You may have heard essential oils referred to as maybe the lifeblood of the plant or nature's living energy, all those kinds of things. If you tear a piece of basil in half or a piece of mint or rosemary or whatever, that stuff that you get on your hands, that's the essential oils. And it can come from leaves, it can come from roots, it can come from the barks of trees, the sap, the dried resin from a tree, and then they steam distill that. But that's the essential oil. You know that stuff I was talking about that you get on your hands? That's the only thing you're going to find in a bottle of Young Living essential oils. Most companies can't say that because a lot of them will have traces of solvents and chemical extenders, sometimes even very harmful toxic synthetic fragrances that they've added to enhance it somehow and ruin the oil. And even if it is a pure oil, the efficacy matters. It's like some are actually distilled for the perfume industry or for cleaning products or whatever. And so they don't take a whole lot of care to make sure that the oils are going to be effective, that the constituents are protected. So maybe the temperature is too hot, or maybe they distill it for too short a time or too long a time, the pressure isn't right, whatever. And so you get something that smells good, but it doesn't work. Our oils are expertly distilled. Not only are the plants carefully grown and harvested and nourished and nurtured and everything else in the most kind of OCD attention to purity and quality, but again, it's about efficacy. It's not just about purity. And if you're curious about that, go to cdistilled.com and check it out because it's really fascinating, all of the care that goes into getting us our oils. So real quick, I'm going to tell you the difference between a fatty oil and an essential oil. A fatty oil is like your vegetable oils, like coconut oil, olive oil, avocado oil, sweet almond oil, all of those. The ones that are moisturizing and kind of greasy maybe sometimes. They sit on top of your skin because they have really big molecules, okay? And so essential oils have really small molecules and they completely penetrate the skin, can get into your bloodstream. That's how they work and that's how they help you. And so that's very different. They're not greasy. They do completely absorb and they're aromatic. They're volatile. I can open a bottle of peppermint and you're going to smell it across the room. Okay, that's because the molecules are leaping into the air. You're going to smell those. They're aromatic. Whereas a fatty oil isn't aromatic. I'm not going to open olive oil and you smell it across the room. It's just not going to happen. Your fatty oils make great carrier oils for your essential oils. They mix really well. Remember, oil and water don't mix, right? So you add essential oils to water and it kind of floats on the top. You add it to a fatty oil, shake it up, it disperses. It's great for diluting. It feels like maybe you got a spicy oil in your skin, it's really sensitive. Go ahead and add your fatty oil after the fact and it will help to dilute that. If you ever get essential oils in your eyes by accident, which I do not recommend, it doesn't feel good, it's not fun, flush it with milk or something fatty. If you don't have milk, use some vegetable oil or whatever. You could even use almond oil or sour cream or whatever, something that's got the fattiness to it to dilute that oil, and that'll take care of it right away. Never just flush it with water. You can flush it with water after you flushed it with milk, but don't do the water. It won't help. Sometimes it makes it worse. Different essential oils have different characteristics. Some oils are thinner and some are more viscous. They're thicker, more like honey. Your thin oils would be like your peppermint, lavender, lemon. They evaporate very quickly. More viscous oils like myrrh and patchouli and vetiver, which is one of my favorites. They're very thick, almost like honey. That's why they're often used in perfume, making a great fixative because they evaporate much slower, okay? they linger on the skin a lot longer. Also, a couple of tips for your more viscous oils because they're so thick. Like for instance, vetiver. I love vetiver for emotional help, and so we call it the psycho chick oil because it's just helped in some of those days when all your nerves are on the outside of your skin. And so when you're in one of those moods and you need the oil, and if you're trying to wait for that drop to come out, anticipation is making you wait, you're going to throw it across the room. So you don't want to do that. A better idea would be to pop off the little plastic orifice and put a roller bottle on there, a stainless steel roller bottle, and then you can apply it easily when you need it right away without having to worry about it. Also, the more viscous oils, sometimes the lids will get stuck because it kind of, the oils start to kind of harden on the outside rim. So what I like to do is take a fatty oil, and like an almond oil or whatever, and I rub it around the outside rim so that the lid comes off really easily. You can use essential oils topically, internally, or aromatically. Topically, that's when you're applying it to the skin, and some oils are spicy like we talked about, so you'll want to dilute those. Some examples of spicy oils would be like oregano, lemongrass, wintergreen, sometimes peppermint. Now I can use a lot of these oils neat, undiluted, but some people have more sensitive skin, and especially if you're using on sensitive areas of your skin, your face or other areas that maybe you need some dilution, keep that in mind. Dilute it with a vegetable oil first and always test it out. Also, if you're using oils on children or elderly or again people with sensitive skin, you want to make sure that you dilute it. So some of your more gentle oils would be like lavender, chamomile, copaiba, frankincense, rose. Those oils typically don't need diluting almost ever. Maybe if you're using it on children or again somebody really sensitive, but normally most people can use those undiluted. You can also use the essential oils internally, so you can use them in gel caps and take them as supplements. You can even make suppositories. They make great lubricants, and so there's lots of different ways to use those as well. You can make your own with coconut oil, or I think some people use cocoa butter, shea butter, those kinds of things. You can put them in beverages. You can use them drop directly in your mouth. My husband just throws his head back and puts a few drops of peppermint in his mouth. It's like Altoids on steroids, without the sugar. It's really strong. You can use them in cooking. We have a whole vitality line that are specifically the oils that you would want to use in cooking. There's lemon and cinnamon, peppermint and tangerine and lime, and just all kinds of oregano, basil, all kinds of really yummy oils. You can mix essential oils in honey, in salt, in sugar, in dips, in hummus, in salad dressings. I also like to make my own throat sprays, and it's some wonderful soothing throat sprays. Talk about a nice gift to give to somebody. It's in our toothpaste, it's in our mouthwash. You can use the Thieves. I use the Thieves toothpaste, but I put an extra drop of either Thieves or peppermint on my brush with my toothpaste every time I brush my teeth. Very clean mouth, very healthy for your teeth and gums. You can also use the oils aromatically, and a lot of people are very familiar with using it for aromatherapy. You can use it in our ultrasonic diffusers. You can just rub some in your hands and inhale it. That's using it aromatically. And it is beneficial because it goes straight into the limbic system and affects the brain that way, and can be very relaxing and help in a number of ways. You can use it in a spray bottle. You can make your own room spray and put that in all your bathrooms. Very economical way with then it's good for you and healthy instead of all the toxic air fresheners that people are using. Never throw all that junk away. It's so bad for you. There's diffuser jewelry now. You can, if you have the little beads, like I don't have one on right now, but the ones that have like the clay beads, you can put oils on the clay beads. It absorbs in there and lingers with you. There's clay necklaces. There's leather. You can wear the leather bracelets. And even the guys will, have some of the really cool ones, and you can add oils to that, and it works great. And this is a way to benefit everybody around you, the whole family can enjoy the aromatherapy benefits from your oil. It impacts your emotion through the sense of smell. It can help you to stay alert. Kids, it's great for kids doing homework, to focus, or a long drive late at night when you need to stay alert. So these are just a few tips. If you want to know more information, I would love to come and do a class for you, or I'm sure somebody on my team, if you don't live near me, I can put you in touch with someone on my team to come do one for you. But there's so many amazing benefits, and essential oils truly can really change your life in so many ways, and I'd love to tell you more about it. So contact me if you're interested in learning more, and I totally look forward to getting to know you. Thanks so much.